and Lynx face off in a best-of-3 to see who will be crowned Rumble champion. I'm host Jacob Palmer, joined by Artemis Rain, pulling all of the action for you today. So we've got one grand finals match today that will be a best-of-3, and then should that end early, might even be having a show match between two other teams. So it should be very exciting tonight. Set up this first match that we have of Vipers versus Lynxes. How are these teams doing, and more importantly to me, what stage are we playing on?
So these teams both are pretty decent. I know for a fact that the Lynxes are a team that heavily favor controlling maps using their ultimates, which might play into Haven a little bit. It's a map, especially these 3-point maps. You either love them or you hate them. From the people I've spoken to, there is no in between. For me, it's like I hate Lotus right now, probably just because it's new. I'm not a fan of new things. But I personally, I do enjoy Haven as more of a Sage player, so I can basically sit on B site and either they try to go B site in the very beginning of the rounds, and then it doesn't exist anymore, so I can go rotate to help out my other team. But I'm not the first to deal with any aggro. But with that being said, it's either we're going to see B-side action very early on, or it's just going to be non-existent the entire time. We might see some firefights there, but it's not going to be a point at which people are actually trying to go and take control of it. It might just be something that we see a lot in default type of rotations and trying to get util out, but that's probably going to be about it. We'll have to wait and see actually what decides to happen, but I do fear the Lynx's preferred playstyle of map controlling using ultimates because, of course, ultimates take forever to charge in Valorant. But with that being said, well, it's always going to be best of luck to both these squads. 3 rounds, that's 3 games, that's a lot of Valorant to play, so hopefully no one gets gassed early on.
We'll just have to only hope that, and maybe if they want to avoid being gassed early on, they're going to have to follow a few key plays to the game. That's going to be Doc's keys to the game in Valorant, which is to flank efficiently, check your angles, count cards and call abilities, and of course, click heads. Doc's keys to the game brought to you by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, and improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched up with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. So we're ready to get into the first game. It's going to be on Haven between the Lynx versus the Vipers to decide Esports Rumble Championship. And before we actually get into that game, we also want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Vitamin Shop, having everything a gamer could need for aspiring players, whether it be in Valorant, Rocket League, or any game has you. We can also take a special look at Haven right now, just a general overview of what we have to expect in this game. And you were talking about the 3-point stages. You know, people either care for them or they don't. And once again, Lynx versus Vipers. A chance, of course, to shout out Vitamin Shop. We will be displaying QR codes throughout broadcast, so if you see one of those QR codes like the one right here, you can scan it to see all the amazing products Vitamin Shop has to offer. All right, ready to start out on Haven. It technically is a 3-point stage, but we don't often see 3 points being brought in terms of even pick rates. Normally B is kind of a more niche pick that people bring in every now and then, but they tend to go for either A or C.
And it looks like for the Vipers, we're going to be rolling out on Astra, the Brimstone, the Breach. We have a Gecko, so very early in Esports Tower, we're allowing Gecko play. Cypher and Sova. And then for the side of the Lynxes, we have Cypher, KO, Omen, Phoenix, and Jet.
Some early peeks around the first corner. Bit of a split between sewers and main. Peek around a 2-on-1 onto this Jet, and that's going to allow the Vipers to quite easily take that. Moving on, Secret's going to get blinded, move back just a bit.
Spike planted.
Spike is down. Tricker, I believe, yes, is just staying outside of A main, trying to make sure no one's going to rotate up and through.
Target 86.
I'm interested to know how Happy made it past Cracker, but
Standing.
that's a question for another time. Master's going to take down 2. V-Spicy finds 1, but it's a 1v3. However, V-Spicy can clutch quite a few of these 1v3s, but this is pistol rounds. Not everyone's strong suit. Gonna clear underneath in hell.
This is no problem.
Fake the initial touch, gets blinded, and Happy will close out that round with a win for the Vipers.
Let's keep a good thing going.
A nice start to the proceedings for the Vipers. So now we have a chance to choose if they want to bring it into the second and third rounds on their bonus.
Right there.
Time to look at the general purchases from here on out. You can see
Right
a
there.
dog,
I'm out.
but nothing much else. Maybe
Shut that Phoenix up.
Maybe a Marshall here or there. Looks like one of them is still staying on their pistol.
I think I saw
Stim beacon down.
Stim Beacon's gonna get dropped as they rotate through C main. There is a Cypher there. Cypher Cage
Smoke's
is
down.
already indicated as does this Omen smoke. They're trying to make sure there's no tripwires, but that is a very, very slow attempt to make sure there are no tripwires. So rotations have already happened on the Lynxes, and that means that the Vipers are going to rotate themselves. Oh, I see a sneaky jet, but the question is, I miss me. Are you going to be able to take these shots, or are you going to miss them? You do find Happy, but it's a trade where he's going to take care of you as well. Master is going to find the Secrets of Silence.
Cautious peek up through Garage. The Spicy was trying to hold the
Launching
defense,
smoke.
but Kinetic decided to still go with the slow push through C long. It actually worked out to their favor. It allows the Vipers to plant. Only 2 left. Let's try to retake. Dark is able to surprise Master from behind.
Suppress it.
Takes him out with the shorty, and we're down to 2 apiece.
Rotate
Last
your
player
weapon
standing.
out. Mode with the Marshall finds a 2-piece, and that is both first 2 rounds going towards the Vipers.
Now we'll get the chance to see just how well, or how complete, I should say,
I got enough time to go into the astral form?
the momentum that the Vipers have, as they are going to have to face up against a whole bunch of rivals and be outgunned for this match. Even though they won that, a lot of them are having to stay with the classics, because I think only 2 survived in that last round. So the eco, not the cleanest for the Vipers.
Definitely can utilize this round, or we can play we've got some people with heavy hitting weapons, well, at least better than the classics, as we have Master doing a gun expect going towards double doors. And they could possibly pick up either one of these Phantoms or Vandals. I Miss Me is going to find Sunny Lee. I think we might want to be playing a waiting game here in window, but Tracker's going to peek around the corner, and ultimately Master was going to get pinched off anyway, so now Vipers are down 2. It's okay though, this is still pseudo their bonus round, as Kinetic is going to find Secrets of Silence.
Vipers now just down to Sova and Gecko. He's gonna get blinded,
player
caught
standing.
reloading his Marshall, and that just leaves Happy. A tall task, maybe he can get 1 exit
Not
frag,
ready
but
yet.
with the Classic, he's only able to get a few
Scanning
peeks
ahead.
onto Tracker.
Ghost in a Dream, you got this. Tracker isn't going to peek again, there's really no reason. Now Happy's going to get pinched off. Spicy was on the left, there was another 2 coming in from the right. Not much he could do there. It was the bonus. Theoretically, Vipers should be okay to start buying this round, but they might be stuck with Stingers and Spectres.
Either way, it's a very clean eco win for the Lynxes. They're going to be able to fill in those gaps that they had in their field.
This is a nice spot.
Vipers should now have the
Yes,
chance to
this
get
place
their
goes
full
here.
loadouts as well. We're seeing a favoring moving back on toward A. First point that got Vipers on the board.
One thing I do want to point out is that we've got Brimstone already with Orbital Strike for the Vipers. The only person with gold, I Miss Me, is going to have to already use Tailwind after peeking out through sewer. Tracker is just chilling out inside B site, but not positive Tracker's going to see much action unless they rotate to Garage and look for an opportunity through window. Because it's just going to be a who peeks first between the KO and Gecko right now. Oh, never mind. Kinetic might get some action.
And he's just waiting right
Spike
behind
down,
the
B.
door as a little hello high, and that's why B can be such a pain to plant if you have
Last
someone
player
holding
standing.
down solidly.
Well, my question is, why would you have one person when there's 4 of you enter in, and then another one goes in by themselves right thereafter, as opposed to coming on the left to swing in together, or all 3 of you just swing forward to go through door together? I don't know. I have so many questions. We've talked about this before. You just, this is what you don't do. You don't conga line into a site. There was 3 people still alive in that before that second kill happened.
Well, maybe the grouping can improve somewhat. As we move on. Viper's sitting on 2 ultimates. They got their orbital strike and their thrash available. Lynx is having command Null ready to go. Rick is going to hold down C window. Doesn't quite see anyone, and this is a huge rotation up onto the other team from this jet, and is not landing any shots. Luckily for I Miss Me, the other team's not landing any shots, so it's just going to have to spend their smokes to get out of there.
Kinetic actually picked up 2 with just the Sheriff. So probably it is most likely an eco run right now on the north side of the Vipers. And Monkey Mode's going to find
1
Spicy.
enemy remaining.
Moving down to 2. Dark
Spike
picks up
down,
2
mid.
trees. Gecko's the last one standing in a 2v1.
1 enemy remaining.
Not
Gets
going to
a
pick up his
headshot
buddy.
with the Sheriff.
Go plant. Go plant. Oh wait, we don't have Spike.
Okay.
Ah! I wanted to see it!
He was too distracted by his wingman.
Okay,
That,
we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
At least once today, Echo. Well, Gecko, please. I would like to see Wingman go for a plant.
plant or maybe a defuse later on in the game. But
Just one or the other. I just want to see a Wingman do some things.
at this point, though, we were too distracted at the hope of the wingman
Yeah.
and didn't realize just the basic positioning realities, you know.
And the fact
You
that
can-
think I couldn't have the
There are always
spike.
new agents with flashy new abilities being introduced to Valorant, but it can't necessarily overcome the standard, hey, I've got a gun and I'm pointing it at you factor.
Flashy. They're heckin' adorable, my friend.
That is true. Meanwhile, we saw an early pick by the Lynxes, a double onto the Vipers. Suddenly he's going to even it up to 3 apiece.
I know exactly where
Bald
you
man is
are.
out. I think that was, yes, it was V Spicy for the Vipers who popped that neuro theft.
It's going to allow 2 pings to go out.
Be very quiet, Brimstone. Nice. Oh, not so nice. That was a trade. That's okay. We're in a 2v2 situation. Gecko is still alive for the Vipers. I could still... No. Yes! There it
Nice
is!
planting.
There it is!
There we
Oh my
go.
gosh, that's so cute!
All adorableness aside, however, there are still 2 Lynxes left who don't necessarily care.
Wow!
That was a dangerous
Last
spot
player
to be
standing.
holding.
Oh, boy.
1 enemy remaining.
No, 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 dang it. All right.
Cage triggered.
Well,
Rose,
might be able to
stick
get
it
half.
and ping the spike. Someone ping the spike. Someone's not pinging the spike. Oh, thank goodness.
Eddie, I actually thought he would be able to stick it there. I would have, you know,
Same.
if no one's pinging the spike, just go for it.
Those shots were way left of that spike, so someone was not pinging it for our Viper squad. And poor Cypher was just guessing.
That goes there.
This was also some really awkward positioning by the Gecko. I thought he would be taken
Yeah.
out first. I mean, luckily for the
This
Vipers,
is a nice spot.
it ended up in a 1-1 trade, but overall, I do not like standing in that position.
No.
If you're not jump peeking that, then you want to be out that far. Speaking of being out far, we have I Miss Me on the op. They go out again and fall victim to the sniper.
All right, so we know there's an op. That means Kinetic do not swing peek this alone. Bait the first shot, and then both of you swing together. There's the first shot. Now you go. Instead, we're just going to stay and fall back. All right, I see how it is.
Seems like the Vipers are going to hold back and move through their own spawn back over. Shots going out in sewer. Tracker's going to be able to widen the lead for the Lynxes. Lightning out.
Ghost boy, bye-bye.
Kinetic picks up Dark.
I just want to see Thrasher. We've seen almost all of the abilities now from
You are
Gecko.
divided.
We're
Recovering
gonna
it.
have the Cosmic Divide come through.
might just be waiting for like an audio cue probably, and then he can throw it out.
Maybe. We are in a 4v3 situation. So
Fire's out.
now it's
3v3.
3v3.
Last
Oh, the
player
defuse.
standing.
Oh, Tracker holding it down.
Gekko, no! You gotta rush, you gotta rush! Defenders are going to find that round win. Bring us to 4-3. It's still pretty equal, except for the issue is I miss me with the operator. I get it. I'm not someone who hates on the op. I also understand that we have a jet, so it makes sense. It's just, on Haven in particular, it is one of the most oppressive and overpowered weapons in existence. Like, hear me out. I get why they're made overpowered. They're sniper rifles. They're also some of the hardest guns to code in video games ever, so when you take the time to do it, yeah, you want it to be overpowered as all heck. But as a player, it annoys the living daylights out of me.
I mean, one way to just not get as annoyed in the sniper is just again, don't ego peek it. You know, that's the first step.
Yeah, but see, there we go. Yeah, there is a sniper, not positive it's on A site or B site. You just kind of, you just go B. You have, well, not on A site, not on C site. You don't know. You go B site. It guarantees it's gonna make it a little harder on the sniper. And we have the Lynxes already down 2, but so are the Vipers. Pop Flash is going to come out. Phoenix goes down after picking the corner to Suni Lee. Spike is planted, so it was a very quick
One
hit.
enemy remaining.
Kinetic finds Lee Spicy. It is just going to be the Jet with the op, who's going to run away to save it. That is the other thing I hate about the op.
Pulling the concussing him.
Oh, he's going to try to take one more peek around the corner, maybe get one last exit frag.
Oh, Kinetic's getting spaced by caterpillaring their smokes. Oh no, oh no. Oh, do you look at that mini map? Look at the mini map.
Jump scare time.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go.
It be so. Everyone brought knife.
Yeah, that's playing a bit fast and loose with the op there, especially if you're getting smoked right in your face. That's not necessarily a situation in which I see the op excelling.
And there's $6 down. Not a smart financial decision. But it's like, it's, you know, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I back off and save the gun and continue to play like that, where I cannot clutch around for my team whatsoever if I perpetually am trying to save this weapon, or do I go in and at least give it a shot? Miss Me at least does now have knives and is just going to buy, I think, either a Sheriff or a Classic, so it's kind of a null point, at least on this round. But if Lynxes lose this one, it's gonna start getting a little rough.
Vipers have also not been too keen on using their ultimates, despite the fact that it's round 8 and there's only 4 rounds left in the half. They're still holding on to this Thrash and Orbital Strike.
Oh yeah!
There it
Monster
is.
on the loose.
My camera is destroyed.
Thrash is going to go out. That is a fish.
They look like stingray / like cuttlefish hybrids.
KO.
Okay, so
down
if any of you
A.
watched Paideia,
My ult's ready.
this was the exact same map. It was just on C site where I said check your dang
Player
angles because the
standing.
trigger discipline comes in strong. Exhibit A. I rest my case. Do I need any further evidence for checking your angles? No.
Clean.
That was very unfortunate.
Standing
Can't play
ahead.
it back. You cannot drop the core mechanics. It's like the PEMDAS of Valorant.
PEMDAS.
Yeah.
Look, I know you're involved in coding, but it's still PEMDAS, not PEMDOS, okay?
It
that's
was always PEMDAS when I was a kid.
That's the operation, that's the operating system you build to remind you to use PEMDAS. All right, mathematics jokes aside, though, I think the numbers here speak for themselves because you basically had your entire team left, and then you took this rotation back.
This hurts my
This goes
soul. Ah!
That goes there.
And then, oh my gosh, Monkey. You know how you could avoid A, losing high ground, B, taking a bad angle, and C, losing 3 people all at once? Check your angles.
3 rounds left for the Vipers to do that. Some bad charges through doors have cost them dearly. Dark is holding down. Well, okay, you should be able to check that angle once you saw the smoke go through. I mean, you should be able to use deductive reasoning to say there's someone there. There's some more deductive reasoning. You got to peen on to somebody.
You're not gonna pierce that much. Use okay, whatever.
And where is everyone
Oh,
hiding?
another bald man. Gonna
Spike
catch out
planted.
the remaining 2 lynxes, put them on notice.
Last player standing.
And the bald man rains his fury down onto Secrets of Silence.
We're gonna have to talk about this again.
Oh no, this is the okay. You know, I can understand. Oh no, this not another angle. Don't lose the op on this angle. Check it.
Kinetic. Kinetic. Yeah, that's twice you've lost the op to Kinetic now.
I don't think he misses himself more
Got it?
so as he just misses having the op because
Yeah.
it's been taken away from him 2 times.
You now have paid for half of my college tuition for a year in ops.
That's really that's a visualization that brings it all into perspective.
It is. Yeah, now guess what? You don't even have the opportunity to pull out a Blade Storm.
No, they have to go, you know, in the same realm as a broad college student. They have to pull out the ramen of guns.
Yep.
Which is, you know, just all handguns. Maybe a frenzy, a little extra sriracha on that ramen, but that's all you can afford right now.
Some garlic powder. That's about it. But Kinetic's gonna take it all away. Take that ramen for themselves. And throw some green onions on it to make it extra special.
Spike planted.
Dizzy doesn't look like it's going to land onto anybody for the Lynxes. Dark is going to be rotating up toward Heaven.
Yeah, but Dark has a stinger.
Yeah, that's not... You know, maybe
You
if
might
you're...
get some pepper damage. Yeah, see, that's what we're talking about. You could get a little bit of damage onto Happy, but that was like a paper cut.
Cage triggered.
One enemy
Cypher Cage.
remaining.
Looks like I was able to get them 1.
Cypher cages drop. You gotta keep in mind they blind you. They give an audio cue to the enemy Cypher. They're really heckin' annoying to deal with. And before you go to a site, because I'm
Last
really bad
round
at it
in
at
the
this
half.
game. One of my friends is always like, if there's a Cypher cage, just go the other way. But when you need to go onto the site, like there's no other option, and you're low on time. It is the
Should I
bane
play
of
some
your
stars in this
existence.
reality?
It's a nice place to drop. They try to mitigate it by throwing a flash out through it. Which isn't too much of a person advantage for the Vipers to overcome that. Despite that, the Vipers are still in the lead, but I think the fact that the Lynxes are competitive as they are, it's just the fact that Tracker has gotten all these team wipes.
Yeah, Tracker's gotten team wipes. We are introing with Hunter's Fury. We find one. Sunili also finds Dark. One thing to point out, though, is that, yeah, Tracker's popped off, but Kinetic for the Vipers is also popped off. Dark for the Lynxes is popped off. So the poor financial decisions by the Lynxes are pseudo being balanced out by the 2 players who consecutively pop off.
Their financial decisions, I told them not to get the adjustable rate, with the fixed rate.
Exactly.
Either way, though, the plant is going to go
Spike
down.
planted.
Does look like that was from the wingman again, so we got 2
Gotta
wingman
take him
plants,
out.
so that's a...
We didn't see it.
We didn't see it, but we saw a split-second silhouette.
Null Command's still going to be active for a little bit, but
Emergency reset
poor
required.
Tracker is like, leave me. Spicy's going to pick up 2. Kinetic finds 1. Tracker has got a timeout here any moment. Not positive.
Last player
Make him come
standing.
help. Yeah. Rest in pepperoni, my friend.
Blocking sight.
Tries to take one last exit frag, but that doesn't come to fruition. Vipers end this half
Switching
up
sides.
7-5. Now they're going to defense.
All right, last 2 for the 2 pseudo pistol rounds, because after first round it's not pistols for both teams, but we're going to call the first 2 rounds pistol rounds. Went in favor of the Vipers at the start of this round, at the start of this game. So, will these next 2 pistol rounds go in favor of the Vipers as well? I think possibly.
I mean, I would say they have the advantage where they don't have to push through as many doorways now. Now they can just stay still, so the main problem they've had
valid.
with not checking as many angles might not be, you know, as... When you're on defense, you just need to check the main few angles.
Perhaps the Lynxes are just as bad at checking angles, and we have some people. And again, this isn't an insult if you're new here. A lot of things that I say that are compliments, it's just the nature of video games. They sound like insults. Holding some rat angles. Master does take a lot of damage, but isn't going out. Why did you not confirm? You got the damage marker. Why would you not confirm the kill? You saw nobody walk in front of you. That person is still right there. Process of elimination, people.
Not even one play into the game, we're already calling it out.
Oh my gosh, we could just, I think we need to make a montage for these kids and just be like, this is why we check our angles. And then we just show every single multi-kill
There's my
from the
buddy.
entire Esports Tower season that has occurred.
I'm out.
Gonna go for the defuse. Just fakes out on
Why
it.
are we solo peeking? There was 3 of you. Your toes are still exposed, monkey mode. What? Just plague it down, Mr. President.
me on
Someone
my
get in
lever.
front of you. There you
There
go.
you
Good job. Good call, Happy. There should be time.
Beep,
Just
beep,
enough.
beep. Enough of that.
Also, I heard, as much as I love the katana, I'm too broke to buy it in real life. Not because I make poor financial decisions. I'm just broke. That's how it is.
Okay.
I heard that the katana, regardless of like if you're doing an inspect animation or not, can actually reveal your character model because the edge of the sword counts as part of the hitbox for it. So it'll reveal your username above when you're trying to hold a corner or something if it sticks out just barely. So like, yeah, it looks really cool, but the cost is it can reveal you on accident trying to hide around a corner.
Everyone always talks about broken skins giving you an advantage, but this is one where you have to give up a bit of stealth for pure style.
It's worth it.
Well, we'll see if this peek from Tracker's worth it. He has the crosshair placement lined up, but it goes all wibbly-wobbly at the end. And Master takes him out with the Bulldog.
I mean, you're gonna be like, oh, it's a 1v1, and then all of a sudden it turns into a 2v1, and that's when you kind of get a little bit nervous. In the words of Doc, we used to have a Doc's key that was never take a fair fight. Tracker, the fair fight is supposed to be for the other, the unfair fight's supposed to be for the other person, not for you.
Need that back. Taking that back.
Cage triggered.
Sunny Lee is going to smoke off the window. Let's try to hide in a stealthy position. It's going to be B main that they push up through.
Concealment.
They put a smoke down.
I take them out.
Fire through the smoke from Kinetic is going to take out Silence.
Hey, one good thing here, though, is that if they decide
30
to push
seconds
through
left.
smoke as a unit, which they're not, they're backing off, they wouldn't have to check an angle because the person would be right in front of them, but Sunny Lee's going to peek out of double doors and find a dink.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
with the Marshal
Spike
takes him out
down
from
A.
heaven. There's only one left, and now he can just maintain the sight line on the spike.
11
10
seconds.
seconds
Spike
left.
is down, as Jacob mentioned, in A main, in the line of sight of Monkey Mode on that Marshall. V Spicy is getting the Valorant treatment. Lots of util being pulled, and Happy finds V Spicy.
So this is going to be a full bonus potential for the Vipers. None of them lost in that round, so all the second round gun picks are going to be moving on into this next one.
Yeah, unlike the start of the first unlike the start of the first half, where second round all but 2 members of the Vipers ended up falling, and they still won. But it was quite a Goodwill-esque style round on round 3 for them.
It's not much point in bonusing if none of your teammates can survive to do it.
Okay, we see the tripwire, but of course only we can see that. I'm just having flashbacks to last week when almost every single Trailblazer on Lotus was stopped by a tripwire and no one decided to take care of it.
Oh, that is true. I
Yeah.
remember that now.
That was painful. I miss me, did not
Now,
miss Happy.
now refresh my memory. Can a Thrash be caught by a tripwire?
I'm not sure, actually. I've yet to witness that interaction. I would assume yes.
Spike planted.
Taking that back.
Oh, Kinetic, that was so mean. But yes, that was great. That was so
Last player standing.
He is ultimately going to trade 2 for 1, but it's not enough. As the Lynxes have already planted. They take out Sunny Lee.
It was a bonus round, and
Yep.
there was only 3 left standing, so they took down 2. That's not terrible. They could have done a little bit better, but again, you're bonusing. But that was just, man. It's kind of one of those moments where when you're playing, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I definitely have, where I'm like, it's too quiet, and like either my hairs on the back of my neck stand up a little bit because I'm about to get jump scared, or I do like this complete 180 and there is someone trying to sneak up on me and I kill them, and then that is when someone drops in the chat like you're hacking. I'm like, no, it was just too quiet. And this game's full of jump scares.
Now moving up A. Gonna take a few peeks. Smoke off heaven. Tracker and Miss Me are able to dislodge 2 of the Vipers. Plant's gonna go down.
Spike planted.
And here's the bad news. This is not the bonus round for the Vipers. They bought this time around. So losing 3,
No
bit
hard
rough.
feelings.
Their only hope here is either win or go out on an exit frag. It's just these angles are really locked down. Everyone's coming from CT.
Last player standing.
Swing and peek. Seeker to Silence finds 1. I Miss Me finds Happy. I Miss Me with a 3-piece this round. Absolutely popped off. It's just, at least I'm praying we don't see I Miss Me attempt to go for an A site push with an op. If we see I Miss Me get an operator, most likely we're going to see them completely lock down C main and either force rotations out from the defense and just pull attention, or they're just going to sit in a really disgusting angle near spawn and wait to see if anyone tries to go for a flank. Ooh, yeah, the economy for the Vipers is...
Pretty messed up at this point. They're gonna have to try to pull out a Bucky to make their hopes and dreams come true.
That is a major moment.
Going back, throw out a smoke. Is going to take one angle, tries to take the other, but some fire through with the Sheriff, no less. That is some next level smoke shot.
Seekers of Silence, truly, I give complete and total credit and props to Astra players to be able to balance when they go into the astral plane to put down their util and come back out without dying and to get kills, like all within mere seconds of each other. So you
I
have
know
Tracker pick up a
exactly
kill,
what
Kinetic
you
finds Dark, the Spicy finds Master and pulls out the Bald Man. The hat is off. Kinetic picks up I Miss Me.
And this could be a thrifty ultimately for the Vipers.
One enemy
Tracker
remaining.
is
Last player
Kinetic,
standing.
1-to-1. They've picked up the Vandal, so they should be even, and pulls off an ace!
Kinetic with the first ace of the day!
A thrifty ace at that. And that just completely turns things on their head, pushing the Vipers up to double digits.
Okay, broadcast, I have a huge request for you. If Spike is down and Gecko is still alive, can we spec the Gecko? Because I want to see Wingman get a defuse.
I'm not sure.
Maybe it's possible.
Maybe.
I just want to see Monkey Mode use... Monkey Mode, don't break my heart, and please play Gecko or have one of your teams play Gecko again on the next map. That's my request.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Run it back is instigated for the Lynxes, possibly to use to just get intel, and unfortunately pass away and be resurrected. That's just the nature of it. Hunter's Fury is also going to be spent, but that's
Spike
coming from the side of the Vipers. Ooh, it might get a little chip damage on Dark. I think it might have before I started looking at that health bar. Monkey Mode inside heaven. Smoke clears. No one there. Lots of smokes down on site though, so he's able to swing in. We have Orbital Strike drop down. I Miss Me. Find Suni Lee.
Ooh, big yikes on
Last
all these
player
ultimates
standing.
being dropped by the Vipers, and they don't have even one elimination to show for it. A flawless for the Lynxes.
Whoopsies!
This right after they got a thrifty.
Give me a moment.
They got a
Now
little
they
too big for
spend
their-
everything and they don't get anything.
A little too big for their britches. I think we might be able to see a recap of these massive whiffs that just came out from the Vipers. I'm sorry, guys. Everyone messes up, but this is a sense where you should have calmed what you were doing. We use Orbital Strike. Nobody. You lose 2. We use Cosmic Divide. Nobody. You lose another. Like, what? What was going through your mind? It was then that they knew they made a mistake.
All right, we see it.
God, They're so cute!
Cute but deadly as the mosh pit's going to be thrown out into lobby. There's no one there, unfortunately, for Monkey Mode, so it was a mosh pit that was all set up, but the party was somewhere else, way far off on the other side of the stage.
This better not work.
It doesn't.
Trickster's shoulder came through, and he was like, nope. And Dark is going to be the one to plant. Looks like that's on C sites. I Miss Me is posted up through B. Tracker finds Monkey Mode, so there goes any hope of my wingman.
Last
round.
player standing.
Not ready yet. Revealing area.
Without a dart, and that dart gives away his position. That's all that's needed. And at this point, Lynxes and Vipers are very even in score, only one separating them. Should this go to a point where both of them are tied at 11, then we've essentially put ourselves into a you gotta win by 2 situation. Should be a full buy, with the one exception being Sunny Lee. He's having to go on half shields. He has 0 credits whatsoever left.
I mean, when you're buying tripwires, you're buying cages, it kind of gets expensive. Oh, Kinetic had the slight high ground, and that's all that Kinetic needed. Lynx is now down 1. Down Tracker, I believe one of the top fraggers nonetheless.
Cage triggered.
H is going to be thrown out in B, but that's really the only extent of any action taking place thus far. Lynxes are slowly splitting themselves up between Alon and Sewers. But I don't know if Sewers are going to be a bit dangerous, because you know what you might find in the Sewers? Big fish, a.k.a. the Thrash, ready to come out. He's got it pulled out.
Let's go. The fish might come out. I think they're like armored fish is what they look like to me.
But he hasn't used it yet. He's being... Okay, there it is.
The Thrasher doesn't even check the angle! Are you heckin' kidding me?
Last player standing.
Well,
You know what? I'm gonna give the AI a break here. It is coded by someone else, so devs, I'm looking at you now. Check your angles. That one's okay. But for the rest of the team to not understand that the Thrasher doesn't check the angle and just walk by it, y'all are gonna make me like lose years off my life and my hair start turning white.
they thought the fish would lead them to victory, but in the end, it's just a fish fry due to that shorty just tearing right through Kinetic.
It's a trap.
Secrets trades 3-1. And now that's the 3rd time the Vipers have had an angle check faux pas.
Please, please, guys. And nonetheless, it's not just like it's one person not doing it. It's a group of 3 almost every single time. That allows you to look forward, look right, and look left. As we have Tracker find Master, Lynxes are already up by 2, as we've lost both the Astra and the Brimstone. Hot flash around the corner from Tracker.
One enemy
Perfectly
remaining.
timed, finds another kill. Monkey Mode goes down as well. It is just Sunny Lee left standing.
Flawless.
Now the Lynxes go on to 11, hardly having to spend anything. And a flawless, they still have all their ultimates. The only thing the Vipers have left is this Neural Theft. And
Timeout
a
is getting
timeout,
called.
which they are going to use that at least.
I think perhaps Master is like, so, can we check our angles a little better now, folks? And to which, of course, I would say, yes, you really should be checking your angles a little bit better. But am I the one in there? No. Might they hear me at some point in the future when they check this FOD? Maybe. Do I hope they do? Yes.
It went from no to maybe to yes in all of those answers. It was a nice progression.
It was intentional because I have hope, but that hope kind of goes down progressively each week as the same thing keeps happening.
Yeah, that's kind of frustrating. Ultimately, though, Lynxes can drive this into match point, spare us all from an overtime if they win this.
Will they, won't they?
I mean, as long as they're, you know, a bit more disciplined on their ultimate use, then I think they can stretch this out over 2 rounds.
Lynxes are like do or do not, my friends. There is no try. Dark is going to initiate that swing in their favor, taking out Masters. Tracker's hitting the gritty on an ult orb. I have no idea who picked that up.
It would have had to be V Spicy, because he's the only one who doesn't have an ultimate. Remember, we've been talking about those
Joke's
Dusty
over.
powers
You're
that
dead.
they use.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Well, Kinetic gets a nice pick through Garage onto V Spicy.
Ooh.
Silence is just flanking them.
With the run it back
planted.
too, so Silence's location is not truly known, and that is spiked down. No wingman for the
Gone.
defuse, but Happy wins the firefight between
Where is
Sova and the Jet. Sunny Lee is going to pop that Neuro. That we're in a 2v2 situation. Those two pings are going to be massive. We know
Out of
Tracker
charges.
is disengaged
Not ready
over
yet.
towards C site, and they know
Revealing
that
area.
Dark is over towards main. Now the question is, how are they going to go about doing this? Are we going to play Get Down, Mr. President, or are we going to pop and
Last
swing
player
together?
standing.
The answer is we're going to have one pop and swing, go down, and now we're in a 1v2.
Still in sight.
There's no time left to
Nope.
even stick it.
Get out,
Tries to get
Sui.
away. Don't even go. Be tempted to chase after him. Everyone just get out of there. And the Vipers, well, Tracker falls to
Are
the
you
spike.
fucking kidding me? I mean, I think Tracker's at max funds anyway. It doesn't truly matter. Still, come on, man. That's a knock on your KDE.
You don't want your your ratio to go down. It's all about that. So only one ultimate had to be spent to get the Lynxes that win. They only spent the run it back, so they still have the teleport, man null, and knives. Only one round left to, well no, actually no. They have a few rounds, but they don't even need the ultimates really if Dark's just going to take out Monkey Mode. Kinetic's also going to be eliminated. So I think that might be the final chance to see the Wingman defuse might be slipping away.
Man, I was really looking forward to that.
Sunny Lee though.
Last player standing.
I mean, it's not going to bring back the round.
No, but
Maybe.
So-
Well, maybe.
so
What
they-
are they doing?
what?
What even was that?
I don't know. We're just gonna go with the Modern Warfare mistakes were made moments. But nonetheless, V Spicy is going to find
Attackers
Sunny
win.
Lee, and that is going to be Haven going in favor of the Vipers.
So, the Lynxes, excuse me, the Lynxes pull out an early lead in this best of three, and ultimately, if you want to level up your team, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. That includes getting one member of your team to check the angles. We saw how the Lynxes played well ultimately as a team, conserving their ultimates, playing as a unit. And you can see how talented they are. Esports Tower takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates. And if for those of you watching who haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs, you should. It's the fast track to rank up. All right, so we got one game of the first best of three down, and Lynxes are going to be taking that. But we still have the second game of this best of three.
Yes. I do believe before we get to that, though, we're going to take a quick break, let these teams decide what map they want to go on. I hope to see another Gecko. If I don't see another Gecko, I might be a little bit sad. But nonetheless, we'll have to wait and see.
We'll be back.
Home is where you hang your hat, snuggle up, hide out. Home is when you're with the ones you love. It isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. At Idaho Central Credit Union, our home is Idaho. We grew up here, and we're proud to help more Idahoans with their home loan than any other financial institution. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe home is where you make it. Post Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.
Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Back to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant, broadcasting from the Boise State Game Pans Esports Arena. The Lynx are one game away from finishing off the series in a sweep. Can the Vipers slow them down on Ascent? I'm your host, Jacob Palmer, joined by Artemis Rain to call all of the action for you today. And I think we have one key nitpick with the Vipers' performance. It's not like I'm going to say that they lost by 3 rounds, coincidentally. And coincidentally, 3 of the rounds they lost were the times they didn't check their angles. And that's the exact amount of rounds that you lost by. So I'm not saying the two are connected, but what do you think?
I'm not saying I'm angry or I'm upset. I'm just disappointed at this point. Come on. All of y'all have been playing here long enough. I've seen the tragedy strike multiple times. Check your gosh darn angles. Please. I don't want to see trip kills happening when 3 people around a corner and all face the same direction.
So already certainly bringing out the disappointed parent vibe, but I'm going to switch over to a little bit more of a proud parent as I want to congratulate all of the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from their clubs and been offered scholarships across the country. Because over the last 3 months, Esports Tower Club members have earned over, grand total please, $4.5 million in scholarship awards.
This is why you're allowed to make poor financial decisions with an operator.
See, this is what you get when you check the angles.
Yes!
You get over $4.5 million in scholarship awards, but it's obviously not just that. The players who have earned these scholarships are talented, hardworking, and driven. We could not be more excited and proud to see all the opportunities these players are getting. So now we're ready to head on to our second matchup. Lynxes versus the Vipers on Ascent. Should be another very classic stage. Ascent up there with Haven in the original 3.
I love Ascent. I really do. So I'm excited. Monkey mode, can we get another gecko, please?
Well, while we wait to see a gecko, you can go out and check out this amazing offer from Vitamin Shop. You can scan the QR code to see all the products that they have. Vitamin Shop is the greatest friend a gamer could have. You can check out their latest products, having everything a gamer could need. All right, ready to head into the second of this best of 3. Lynxes just need one more win to claim the series. Vipers going to try to force it to a game 3. They had a big performance, Vipers did, from Kinetic in game 1. It was almost enough to take the stage, but we all know what happened. So now they're going to have to bring it back in game 2. See if the Lynxes can get off to an early lead. You know, the pistol rounds have been a big point of emphasis amongst the Lynx. They want to use those wins as a snowball against the Vipers. We'll see how that plays out.
We do have the KJ right now playing it out for the Lynxes. KJ's really strong on Ascent for defense. Can be on offense, but more post plant than anything. So we'll have to see how that works out.
Shock dart.
Shock dart thrown out. Tracker already gets a pick onto Master
Spike
Dark.
down mid.
Gets one onto Half. Vipers are up 1, 4-3.
See ya.
Do not know why you would run through guard and go up through there. Stracker is just taking you out from behind, and now you're not even on the point. And
the
angles! They didn't do it again! Tally 4 for the day.
Can't cope with this anymore.
Bot coming back.
There is not enough copium for me in order to handle what I just saw. I hope that is the end of it.
I do not know what was going on with the Vipers, because you have this run through toward mid that the Tracker is just waiting there, so you don't check that angle. And then after not checking that angle, you move up through mid and you don't check this angle, which V Spicy is at. Those 90-degree angles have been the Viper's own worst enemy today.
What can you do at this point? Just continue to request. So we have Miss Me, peeking. I Miss Me. Peeking through main. Has the Marshall. It's gonna be a bit of a standoff looking at tiles. No one's gonna peek through. The Marshall shot did go off once, so I'm pretty sure most people are aware they're not going again.
Master is checking wine. Trades back and forth to make it 4P. Moving up through, gets blinded by the Dizzy, and that allows Kinetic to just motor on through.
Recalling my bot.
Spike is going to go down on A.
Bot coming back.
3 left to retake.
Right here.
Tracker hints where Master is hiding out, tries to get the
Sorry,
wall bait,
kid.
is able to find it. Don't know if he's checking Generator, however, because that's... Okay, V Spicy is able to hold up his back,
One enemy remaining.
flush out the one player from Generator. Now it's just Happy, making his body block, move on through, easy defuse.
And that is first 2 rounds for the Lynxes, which is different than what we saw earlier. First map, both first 2 rounds. So the 4 in total went in favor of the Vipers.
It was a great use of util from the get-go, so that has been rechosen by the Vipers. So thanks to the Dizzy Blind, we do see that there is a possibility we could see some defuse animations. Possibly. Wow, Miss Me is just hanging out on A.
What? The
Sees
timing.
one and spends the tailwind.
The timing was tragic. The first 2 peaks were just not coinciding when Monkey and Master Mode rotated through.
Oh, there goes Wingman. And he trips the ball.
Aww.
Spike down A.
You know, it was a nice try. It was the most adorable silhouette I've ever seen, but...
Do it again. Do it again. I know you're dead right now after Monkey Mode, but, you know, next round. Lynxes, though. Looking like they're going to win this one. Vipers, that was their full buy round 2, so it's going to be I don't even know how it's going to work out for Vipers on round 4, unless Kinetic and Happy can clutch this, which, slow rotation up to heaven, I have no
Last
idea.
player standing.
Never mind, I was going to say I have no idea how Kinetic was going to get away with this, but Tracker was holding that
Standing ahead.
angle, had that thought in the back of their mind, did not let the voices get the better of them in that moment, and said, I'm looking here and that is it.
And with that, that is a bonus round win for the Lynxes. A bunch of ARs that they get to pick up for free. And no end in
We are
sight to
strong
their
because we are
early lead.
together. Don't forget that.
Now it's a question of what the Vipers can buy, if they do want to buy anything, or if they just stick with
1
classics
second,
this
people.
whole
No.
way.
I gotta
Full
visit the
save it.
Astros to play
Full
some stars.
save it.
Looks like they're going to take that advice just as much as they took your check the angles advice, because you see a Stinger being brought out by Kinetic. Might try to Sheriff, which, okay, fine.
It's a bit cheaper.
Want to go Sheriff, that's fine.
Oh.
Oh. Smoke's thrown through mid. You're going to see the turret be taken out. Line up before the recon dart goes out. Open up the sky! And an orbital strike.
Oh no, Shooty!
At this point, the Lynxes are taking that gun advantage with the rifles. They're their fullest extent. Teemo's going to be caught in an
Last
awkward
player
position. Peeking down
Spike
two.
down
He
mid.
drops the spike as well. And that just leaves Kinetic out in no man's land.
That was so bad. That was so bad.
Have I told you you're okay? You're okay, fam. Good even.
You know, maybe Astra, you know, I appreciate your positive attitude.
Not ready.
But as far as I'm concerned, you know, we've got some major changes we need to make. Especially because Silence has now brought out the op.
Here.
I do love how Astra is just saying we're all okay. She's the equivalent of that one family member on Family Feud who just always goes, good answer! Good answer!
Or the really, really, like, super supportive great aunt that, like, everyone seems to have.
Yeah. You know, she's
Scanning
clapping
ahead.
for you. I mean, in Little League, you were running for third base instead of first, but she was still clapping.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there goes the wingman. Oh, Silence is not going to be swayed by the cuteness of the wingman one bit.
But Dark Horse.
Is ruthless with that op. Spicy, though, is opening
enemy
something
remaining.
up for the Lynxes.
Spike
Has a
down,
triple. Spike is down in this Astra in much the same position as last time.
One
Got
enemy
away from the
remaining.
spike.
Concealment.
Needs to fight through everyone on the Lynxes to get to it. It's just one apiece.
Oh, I wish that Kinetic had just gone from the right side. Okay, Spicy's now checking the other
You are
side.
divided.
Oh, okay. I guess, yeah, you can grab Spike. That angle's clear. So you have like a
I have the
50%
spike.
chance to know where... Okay.
Spike planted.
That is Wall takes him out. Gets the spike.
That's a 4-piece for Spicy.
And an Astral spent to no fruition.
Holy cow.
And now I just have to say, the Lynx's Brim in particular has over 9,000 credits now.
Oh my gosh. Oh, also, fun fact, we lost the op again and we bought it again.
It's just walking around money.
Alarm bot
You know,
out.
the Lynxes are, you know, they have
Placing
deep
swarm
pockets
grenade.
right now, so it's not really going to affect them that
Placing
much.
swarm grenade.
They're immediately going to get caught out by the knife. That's going to force them to move a little bit more over toward mid. That's pretty cleared out. No one's looking over it. But they do have to be careful peeking out of the smoke in
that back.
mid-market. Because Tracker is waiting right there.
Spike carrier is dead.
Ooh.
Spike down B.
Hopefully that was called that shot came from
Got one.
market and Master doesn't
Placing swarm
take
grenade.
too long here with
Last
still
player
getting
standing.
caught out. Oh. This time we didn't drop the op though. We don't have to drop a lot of money on it again.
Perfect 6 rounds for the Lynxes. They only lost 1. They didn't drop the op, so
Turret out.
ultimately means also Vipers had to full purchase that round. They
Turret
got
out.
rifles again, but since they lost that, it means that this next round that they go into will be another eco.
I'll shut down Killjoy's tech.
Most of them are going for sheriffs, but one of them is going to defiantly buy a Vandal. Despite the fact they have no money, they're still going to buy a Vandal.
Do you need an accountant? Not me, but maybe I can find you someone.
You know, it is almost April 15th, and
Oh, I'm putting in for an extension.
they need all the time they can get to work this out. Dizzy's going to be thrown out. Disney is standing in the face of
One
it.
enemy remaining.
Great 2-for-1 Tracker is there.
Hold up, hold up. Did I just see multiple people with operators on the side of the Lynxes?
Yep, you did.
I mean, you're not going punished yet, but why?
UIB, fam. Going to Astral to do them Astral Guardian things I do.
This one.
Here.
What can you do? I mean, hey, the one Vandal that Happy did purchase, even though it was a save round, did get a pick.
A pick. We're gonna drop down, lock down, and in response, man,
my
Noel.
goodness.
Monkey! Stop! I need to see you successfully plant using Wingman. Stop introing and dying.
It's
We've got 2 seconds.
a bit of a sad
Last player
situation.
standing.
The Wingman ended up doing more than you did in the actual round because at least he blinded one player.
Yeah.
Well, it's 8-0.
Oh, I thought I just saw a third off, but I was gonna be like, guys, come on.
I mean, at this point, a lot of them have been so good with the head taps on the Vandals, so they might as well be enough for them.
This could flip, though. At halftime. We'll have to wait and see, though. Just
I mean, it's all about margins. I mean, I've seen plenty of flips, but if it's 11 and 11-1, 12-0, then you don't really have any time to build up a flip. You're demanded to win immediately in that
Spike
pistol
down
round.
A.
You know, you're knocking the double off, but apparently the Lynxes are liking it just fine.
No, I'm not like knocking it. It's just why
Revealing
do
it.
you have to? It's oppressive. I understand it. You have the money for it. It just seems so cruel.
Turret down.
One enemy remaining.
One
Spike
left.
down A.
Hop by, and one quick flick and tap, and it's 9-0. Okay, Matt. Oh,
No.
they're gonna take a timeout. Did you see what I saw there for a split second? Did you see the exact? I want to know if you saw the exact same thing that I did.
I thought I saw someone else buy an op.
No, I was looking at the other team.
What did the other team do?
They're down 9-0, so they're thinking it's Odin time.
Okay, you have to full commit on to B site then. Like, sorry, like, there's no split pushing. There's really no room for a mid push here unless the operator somehow magically all of them whiff.
Turret out.
It has to be a B site push. Like, that's just the
Placing
nature
alarm
of the
bot.
beast here. But it looks like they've
Placing
changed.
swarm grenade. Hopefully. I'll show her who's a real genius. Placing swarm grenade.
I hope. Yeah, it looks like they
Yeah,
changed
it
their
does
mind.
look like it.
Found them.
But I mean, mid is a risky place to just be walking out like that. You are so lucky Silence missed that shot. He's going to use the Hunter's Fury instead, gets a dink onto the Killjoy. This is 2 shots now. It's having a bit of trouble holding down mid-market. He's going to swap back over to the Sheriff as Dark rotates in for a bit of backup.
Bladestorm is out with Miss Me. And they do get blinded briefly. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Zuni Lee.
Now, here's the one thing, though. Vipers have a slight lead in people, but in terms of health, 2 of them are
You are
pretty low.
divided.
They're going to use the Astral Wall. His charge back up from last time. Command Null used in response. We actually do also see a lockdown being placed by the Lynxes.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, but Kinetic and Master just swing right in before it can go off, and Vipers are on the board. They're all going to get detained as a celebration.
Okay. 9-1. This is an impossible uphill
I
battle.
got enough time to go into the Astral Form.
But Vipers, this is going to be a little rough. You really need to win these next couple of rounds before we go into halftime. You got to finish 9-3. Just 11-1 is borderline impossible.
They have to be a perfect game from here on out.
4 suppressed.
That's a huge knife.
Toaster.
No.
Flashbang.
Flash going to go out onto mid. It catches all of them.
Flash.
Well, one more flash for the road. Not going to be able to peek on it, however, thanks to that star. Kinetic is able to just dislodge Dark. The Vipers are hurting for health. We only have Kinetic who's left on full health.
Kinetic.
No,
Kinetic.
Blocking vision.
I'm begging you.
the fifth time today. The fifth.
Last player standing.
That's the second knife too. I mean, the first knife wasn't a result of not checking your angles. It was holding an angle too
Spike
long.
planted.
But you know, you think it wasn't by this point. Started again.
Spicy is going to be the one to defuse to get the ultimate point on that lockdown. Already halfway toward charging it up again. But probably not going to charge it up
Last
again
round
unless it
before the
absolutely
switch.
pops up this next round. Because we might be seeing a first half that's 11-1.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I certainly hope not. But if people continue to not check their angles.
Eyes up.
Secret gonna have one last round to have fun on this hop, and
Thank you, Kinetic.
Right between the eyes.
his fun is gonna be stopped immediately. Now Monkey Mode has had this thrash all this first half. Hasn't used it once.
Well, I mean, the incident on A site on Haven, I don't blame
I
them.
got the spike.
Come on,
Spike.
come on.
Well, it's gonna
Wingman,
throw out the Dizzy first.
use your Thrasher, use Wingman. Go for it. Send it. Full send. Come on. Let me see the cutesy plan.
Gotcha.
Well, just goes for it
There's no
himself.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, he can use the fish now.
I wanted to see Wingman do cute things.
Chance to end it. 10-2. And look, Tracker, he immediately checks his angles. See, and that's what
Tracker
you
does.
happen when you do.
I mean, Tracker's someone who holds those gross angles, so of course Tracker's gonna check them.
Got great post-plan options with Hunter's Fury. That's not even going to be needed. So we're going to see no fish at all.
Switching sides.
Yes. Highly endangered species. 'Cause not one can even be used.
Is Wingman an endangered species? I don't think so. I wanted to see it first person. Maybe we'll see a defuse.
The worst thing than seeing the agent, you know, you're happy when you see the agent you want to see get picked, but it's almost worse as if they didn't pick it at all when they pick it,
And don't
and then nothing is really used by it.
like, you might as well just play, you know, any other agent. If you're not gonna do anything, I would rather you go play Reyna.
This is all bunched up. Now remember, their pistol rounds have been pretty on point. Looks like a mosh pit is being held.
Looks like a gun.
Mosh pit or Wingman, or it's either one of those two.
Pretty
but
sure
I'm
it's
pretty
mosh
sure
pit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's mosh pit. CP Spicy. He
You
gets
won't.
smoked off.
It's all you, Mosh.
That was a
Well,
late mosh hit. That was a really late
I
mosh
don't
hit.
know.
Can't use that.
There's a lot of
Spike planted.
hesitation in using these abilities. Master's gonna get caught out by the swarm grenade. On the retake, a lot of blinding
player
being thrown
standing.
out. It's flawless for the Lynxes.
Maybe we don't sit there in heaven and hold mosh for 5 seconds after people have already crossed the choke point. Just a thought.
I mean, if you see them, I mean, he already got a peek onto one of them, so if you're holding it for that long, I would assume, you know, hey, you see someone, now throw it.
I should play some
sass is just
Astral
gonna start
Stars in
getting
this
worse.
reality.
If you have the gall to pull out an agent that is relatively new in the esports tower level, you heckin' better know how to use his abilities. That's all I gotta say.
You know what to do.
You better give me a wingman plant or a wingman defuse more than once.
Okay, we have another chance here. We're in the exact same scenario
we don't
we were
have
in
a
last.
mosh.
No, it does. Remember the mosh pit.
We only have wingman.
Oh yeah. That's right, you only have one. Well, okay, so maybe it's not exactly the first situation. Last
I'll
game.
bring it.
Spike planted.
Killer.
Nice kinetic.
Gonna be able to steal a Marshall off that. But the spike is already down and Lynxes are setting
That's
up in
fine.
post land.
That's fine. We kill him. Send out a wingman. We get the defense. We can't send out a wingman.
No, you can't send out a wingman. He's gone.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, going for a better gun. I like this play. Oh, it's short on time though. And doesn't stick it. I don't
okay,
think.
doesn't matter.
Last
Oh.
player
No, they're gonna
standing.
lose it on time. What even was that?
That was tragic. That is what that was. That was tragic.
But I
Match
mean,
point.
they were 2-on-1. They could have had someone to do the president scenario.
Well, the issue is that it was burning and no one had enough health.
Ah.
Yeah, there was a post-plant Peter lineup there with the Molly. Just dropped right on Spike. And everyone could hear the brimstone laughing in the back of their mind from the
Yeah,
afterlife.
I mean, there is a lot of post plant you got to deal with this round. You got Brimstone, and not to mention the KJ. You got to be shooting that spike every
I
single
mean,
time.
Astra can even cause post-plant stuff too. Don't get me wrong. I understand post-plant strats. They're annoying, but you got to know how to cope with them. And unfortunately, in that instance, there's really just nothing they can do. There was a Molly on it. Both of them were, I think, sub 70 health, so basically guarantees confirmed kill if they take any sort of damage while trying to get the defuse. And the Molly just lasts way too long. I think the KO even like got his just like the tip of his toes on it and ended up dying.
Oh, Kinetic is hanging out in mid with
I
the
need a
Vandal.
concealment.
Ready to take the first peek from the Lynxes. Needed 5-4.
Ooh!
5-3.
5-2? No. 3-4? You flashed your teammates! Not to mention, V Spicy for the Lynxes right now is at a sliver of... that's one way to check your angle.
It's a way. The Lynxes now have just 2. I mean, they're going to have a clean plant here. And they picked up some Vandals from the Vipers, so there is no more gun advantage for the Lynxes.
Last player standing.
And there goes, I think, possibly the last chance of seeing Wingman defuse.
Yeah. Maybe next time.
He's going to walk into the point, off of the flash,
Attackers win.
and that does it. 13-2. Pretty darn decisive, I would say. And the Lynxes are going to be winning that best of 3 in this week's Rumble. So congratulations to them for pulling off that victory. Well, if you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then you should join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured Rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. Well, the Lynx sweep the Vipers to be crowned this week's champ. Up next, we have a best-of-1 showdown between the Mammoths and the Spiders. So one more game for today. We'll take a quick break and be back with that after this.
Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance. Home is where you hang your hat, snuggle up, hide out. Home is when you're with the ones you love. It isn't just a place, It's a state of mind. At Idaho Central Credit Union, our home is Idaho. We grew up here, and we're proud to help more Idahoans with their home loan than any other financial institution. Idaho Central Credit Union. We believe home is where you make it.
Growing up in Riggins, we have certain rules we live by. Look both ways before crossing the street. Fishing stories get better the more you tell them. Small town life makes your life anything but small. Never work alone when you go hunting. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of Esports Tower Rumble and Valorant, broadcasting from Boise State Esports Arena. We are now going to end the night back on Haven in a one-game showdown between the Mammoths and the Spiders. Jacob Palmer, joined by Artemis Rain, call all of the action for you here today. So now we move on back to Haven, the stage that started all of the shenanigans for today.
Mammoths, spiders. I don't know if you'll ever watch this VOD with this casting over it, but I really just hope that somehow there's just this, like, I don't know, your ear is itching, and for some reason you're just like, I really think I need to focus on checking my angles this game. That's all I'm hoping for right now.
Well, it's two new teams, so, you know, it's a new chance. We can only hope.
My hope is not very high.
Well, maybe if these teams follow Doc's keys to the game, then we can have high hopes in them. And those keys to the games will be to flank efficiently, check your angles, count cards and call abilities, and click heads. It's brought to you by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure, and improve your angle checking abilities. You'll get matched up with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up.
Check your ankles, check your shoulders, check your angles.
Check your angles. Is that going to be on the test?
Yes.
Okay.
Ankles, shoulders, and angles.
It's going to be the check your angles test. All the answers are check your angles. Okay.
Now, the variations are going to be, how do you do it when you only have 2 people? How do you do it when you have 3 people? How do you do it when you're by yourself? You check your freaking angles, okay? If you have 3 people and there is a 180-degree angle, 3 of you should be able to cover it. 1 person can cover it by doing a quick sweep. Just don't tunnel vision. For the love of all that is good in this world, stop. It is making me so sad to see people round a corner, someone just sit there and trigger discipline and is like, how many ducks are going to walk through this corridor? 1, 2, 3, and there's a 3-piece. Just no more, please.
It's not a situation you want to be in where the biggest variable is how much trigger discipline does the flanker have. Well, Vitamin Shop, proud supporter of Esports Tower, have everything a gamer could need. Scan the QR code right now to check out their latest products. So we're ready to head back over to Haven to end things for today. One show match, Mammoths and Spiders. We are going to be seeing Redskin brought back on the Spiders. Whereas the Mammoths, they say they have more of a kind of utility roster. They really like to control stages with a lot of utility, make it hard for the other team to find ways to plant sites. We'll see if that works out for them in this best of one.
Looks like the Impossible. Suppress, I think, picked up most of the people that were dwindling in mid. Miss him. Doesn't miss the first shot, but misses all of them after that.
Just a few dinks back and forth with the pistols.
Suppress it.
No major push quite yet. Reskin is going to peek out through the doors. Move back instantly.
Place turret destroyed.
And C looks to be the choice. Seeing Molly thrown out from Garage. Reskin picks up Sly due to that.
Spike planted.
Kate tries to go through by I miss them. Reskin
One enemy
picks up
remaining.
one. 0 with the pick from the shorty onto Secrets. And everything's cleaned up for a defuse from the Spiders.
Oh, no, you don't deserve my inventions.
I agree, KJ. They do not deserve your investments. I may suck at KJ, but she is one of my favorite agents.
That is my favorite voice line. Because there is no, I will say, there is no more satisfying feeling than when you defuse for the team and you just hear, oh, no. Because that's exactly how you feel.
The worst one, though, is the imagine if I blew up right now from KJ when she's going for the defuse, and you hear that spike start to get really fast, and you're like, did you just accidentally speak our
You
doom
jinx.
into existence? Granted, I've never actually witnessed nor been, like, right by the spike when my KJ has said it and actually had it blow up. I think it's a guarantee that, like, if there's enough time to defuse, so long as you stick it, it won't. It's a voice line that only procs in the situation. Like there's a catch, there's a check in that moment. But I'm waiting for the day where the devs are just like, it's a 50-50 chance that you do or do not have enough time, and that voice line is telling you there is a slim chance you might fail and blow up right now.
But I feel that would be giving you a little bit too much info.
I think it would be hilarious.
Stay down.
Just
Checking your angles, but at this point, you know, I've given up hope.
Last player standing.
and they just
Spike
kind of
down A.
throw down a swarm grenade, body block him back into it, and make it a 2-0 pretty cleanly for the Spiders. Spiders gonna head into their bonus round with a Sheriff. Oh, one of them's deciding. Oh, I was gonna say one of them was hovering a Vandal there for a second, but nope. Standard bonus round rules apply. Let's see how well they can do with these Steiners and Spectres.
How many more times will Artie cry for people to check their angles today?
Watch your eyes.
Next week we're gonna start a counter. And I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna post updates on Twitter.
The check your counter angle. The check your counter counter.
Go. Careful now.
Wow, Sunny Lee,
Spike
look at
down,
that.
C.
Just
Ooh.
tears right through him.
I think we gotta get
Last
Twitter
player
off
standing.
the site for like as much as I fear the bald man, and I know he strikes fear into others. Their Astra's popping off.
Sub-Zero's gonna face. Oh,
Next time, mind the heavy
way
machinery.
at just the wrong moment. He closed in from both sides as well.
And that bonus round resulted in the side of the Spiders picking up 3 ARs, and they're just gonna buy the other 2. They're like, we're done bonusing at this point. We're rolling in it. Truthfully, the 3 that lived could have bought a weapon for the 2 that did not. Instead, they bought their own, which is a little questionable. But that's a huge eco boost for the side of the Spiders. Like, they're going to take
Fine.
this
Right
and
here.
run with it unless they make a grave mistake, which is not checking their angles, somehow magically here.
They also the attacking team, so where the that's where the accidents have been most prone, although even in defending situations sometimes they can take them out by not checking their angles.
That should not have happened, Omen. You should have seen that jet and
Spike planted.
dispelled your miss and got back to finish team to run the
One
corner.
enemy remaining.
Oh, hindsight's 20/20. Mammoths only have one left standing. Sly, it is just you. 3 versus 3 in a dream as Sunny Lee cuts that dream short.
Technically for the Spiders, they've had full rifles, but this wasn't a full round buy. So this one win should help them smooth out that one area where they were lacking for credits and be able to buy full shields. This time, Astro Wall charged up now. Getting into the buy phase here. Nothing too extraordinary for either team. We saw a hover over the Odin for a few seconds, but it is going to be moved back to just standard guns.
Calling my bot. Here.
Secrets, what are you cooking? Oh, you're just gonna use your turret as a pseudo flash to get anyone to do some util dump or aggro in mid. I see it. Already recalled, so.
Oh! Peeks out and gets Reskin while he's tossing his molly.
Tragic. Getting caught with util out stinks.
I miss him. Anybody? Oh, this has to be another angle check moment.
Watch the bunny get angry because no one checks the angle.
There.
Headshot.
One angry bunny. Two angry bunnies. You know what?
Spike planted.
Someone was gonna have to pass away in that one-on-one.
Oh, we're having a bit of a pinch be brought in toward the Mammoths here. 2 of the Spiders are closing in on them from both angles.
One enemy
Coming
remaining.
out. That's a huge win for the Mammoths. They're going to be 1 on the board now.
They say slow and steady wins the race, and Mammoth's finally putting themselves on the board much faster than I think some people might have anticipated. I'm just glad we didn't have to go 10 rounds or 9 rounds before we saw them put one round in their favor. Pretty equal as far as economy goes. We do have Secrets, who is dirt broke, and the Jet is also very broke, so not entirely as nice as they would like it to be, but if the Mammoths can start getting some picks here, they have 3 ults. Theoretically, they could start, you know, shaking slightly the Spiders' economy.
Sly is going to pick up the spike from window. A few wallbang attempts are going off. That hits Dark. Dark is now pretty low on health. Toucan is taking a 2-on-1. They try to push slightly up into Courtyard. I miss him also holding down Lobby. And gets the stick. Whoa, whoa. Runs right into him. It's a smoke. And dashes out. Oh my goodness. A flawless and a quad for I miss him.
I think I miss him as I miss me as well. They just changed their name.
I feel like I'm calling a horse race.
That's fine. I prefer to call corgi races.
A bit more adorable.
Exactly.
Now I see why you wanted to see the wingman so much.
Cute things make me very happy. Especially when I've been no-lifing Phasmophobia and everything is horrifying and scary.
And no one checked the photos.
No.
Get out of my way.
Not once. Scratch that. We did have tracker check there. That wasn't an angle though. That was I'm dropping down from above.
Yeah, yeah. Smoke goes out. Move on to A slowly but surely. Plant it down. Now the retake is afoot for the Spiders.
Spike planted.
There's a long flank being brought out by Rezkin.
Last player standing.
And Rezkin has been so far away from all the action that
Stealing sight.
now he's the only one left who has to take a 1-on-4.
Cover going
I
out.
don't know if he just decides that he'll just want to save that down.
I mean, I think possibly because the Spiders, their economy is not as solid as they'd like it to be. It's probably better for Rezkin to just save it. Yeah, get out alive.
Can't do that.
Bruh. That's the second time today we've seen someone die to the spike unnecessarily. Okay, let's take a look here. Oh, okay, never mind. I think the jet that's broken.
Placing alarm bot.
Most likely going to use that this round.
Jet
Actually-
is buying enough. And we can see that we are calling for a pause. So it looks like, yeah, Coach
Tech pause.
Halter is going to get the tech pause taken care of. So we are in a perpetual pause state. There isn't going to be a thing elapsing across the screen. For those of you that are unaware, Coach Halter is like the overall coach for everybody. Sly disconnected. Okay, so Sly is back. That's why it's not just a 1 minute timer either. It's a tech pause because we don't know how long tech pauses are going to have to take. But Sly came back very quickly. I miss him. Might get an early kill here. Not entirely positive. Anticipating at this point a Jet can buy an op and probably is going to buy an op. Normally starts to sneak into people's minds. The intrusive thoughts start to win for Jets and they're like, yes, I can buy an op. And we've got the glitch pop operator coming in here on A. Dark goes down, Tailwind out, and we're gonna disengage. Take a new angle, pretty smart. You have to use it. If you use your Tailwind like that after you had a very forward angle, find a new spot.
He's going to be resetting up into heaven. But it looks like that one pick in lobby was enough to force the Mammoths onto a new path.
Hold up. Where's this KJ? Oh, that's... I can't tell which KJ has that pulled out.
Can't use that yet.
I think our attacking KJ has lockdown open. Not positive though. I believe if KJ goes down into sewer towards A site and gets in the upper left corner, we can see that second square. It locks down most of B site and can prevent people coming in from B site. Command null, and we're going to engage.
Here.
Dash over. Sim takes out Sly. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be an opportunity really for
Can't
the
use that.
Rez.
No more.
Risky. Oh, might be able to do it. Yep, gonna get it.
Last player
Oh, but I
standing.
missed him in something there. We're just waiting. And another round secured by the Spiders.
Oh, what?
He's full, remember, on his ult.
Yeah, okay. Can you, okay, what I didn't want to see happen was just no communication whatsoever. And then,
Judging
like,
by how today's gone.
Exactly. I can never just assume something's going to happen because it should happen.
There are a lot of things that should happen, but
Need a
don't
drop.
necessarily happen.
Thanks.
And I miss him. Has been doing well on this op. Has been consistently getting first picks. Hasn't dropped it once. Is now north of 5,000 credits again. And one of the Mammoths is having to save. Secrets forced onto the Marshall.
Secrets, I want to see you 1v1 this up and win. I've seen it happen before, okay? I'm not being crazy. Okay, I thought that Omen was walking straight forward towards sewer on A, and I was like, what are you doing? When pigs fly, that's so cute.
I don't know if it fills the wingman void.
It
though.
doesn't. It really doesn't.
It's something, but it doesn't fill. Oh, no. Well, if they go to B, then everything we've been screaming about today applies doubly.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, no.
Spike
These
down,
Eagles are
mid.
going to reveal themselves first. They find one. They should know that Icy is in that left corner. It actually has come out of the doorway, taken a slightly different angle, but theoretically they know he's there. They know they're there.
Theoretically, although.
Hey, okay, yeah. The molly landed. AC's in.
No charges.
Spike down mid.
Communicate when you get the hit indicator to your teammate.
30 seconds left.
It would have saved a life. Like that really old song, How to Save a Life.
Oh!
I miss him. I miss him. Does not miss Dark though.
And that's a horrible location to drop the spike, by the way. That is wide open in mid.
Oh yeah, there is no question. That spike is not moving.
10 seconds left. Last player
Fly's
standing.
moving, takes out I Miss Him. And I Miss Him was holding the op, so that should be the op drop. You're going to lose that round, but that's still a lot of credits taken away from the Spiders.
Pretty sure the Spiders can afford another off. Let's see.
Oh yeah, he's north of 8,000.
Financial advisor. What it? I get it. You're 7-2. This is getting a little sticky. 6-4 is typically pretty doable. But yeah, 7-2, little rough to cope with.
So do you think that I Miss Him is going to go back on the op and choose it again?
Why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
He only has a few rounds left, though, before... We have 4 rounds left before halfway.
Okay, so you're right.
Make that 3 rounds.
You're right. But I Miss Him is going with the operator.
Still, overall, has been a very good choice for him, so... We try to end these 3 rounds in style. We have a very coordinated push moving towards C.
I mean, you should be well aware at this point. I Miss Him has not moved angles. We know the Jet is over there on A long, on A main, so just go to the other side. That's a completely valid thing to do. And there's only one op, unlike the last time we were here, where there was multiple. Of course, people want to be.
Throwing charge.
Great pick to start things out by
Spike planted.
Zero's getting caught in the corner. Might use lockdown in response. Spiders has ripped the manhole. Sunny leads one.
Initiated.
And now the lockdown is going to be placed.
You should run.
It's going to be answered back. 2 lockdowns. A Venn diagram of danger
enemy
having been
remaining.
formed.
Don't interrupt. Oh.
0 players detained by that one.
Shutting them down.
0 by the either. Now it's a 2-on-1.
Last player
Oh, but he
standing.
blinds them both. Gets one. 1-on-1 showdown. Oh, might try to bait it
Nice
out.
knowing you.
Oh, he gets it. He pulls it out for the Mammoths.
7-3, 2 more rounds. Can we end at a 7-5? That's a much more doable situation. Typically, you want at least 4 rounds in your favor at the end of a half if you're really struggling, which the Mammoths, it's like the Ice Age for them right now, or the end of the Ice Age, and they aren't having a good time. It's getting a little too spicy in here for them.
Secret's moving with the Bucky. I Miss Him. Doesn't have the op this round, but it's going to try to still get one headshot with the Sheriff.
That was a lot of util just coming hurtling at I Miss Him.
We'll be able to get him to reposition. Oh, but he doesn't get one headshot.
They checked the angle. It was a little bit late. They checked the angle. They did it.
Spike planted.
The first time.
Fragment.
Icy is going to try to take it on a molly. Get one back.
Pop flash gonna come out from Phoenix. Not get anyone. Second pop flash goes far.
Yikes. Trading back and forth. Sunny Lee evening it up.
2v2. Oh, they.
No, they had the right idea.
Yeah, they didn't get one of the frag grenades though before it was triggered.
Concealment.
Which is fine.
Vision.
Oh, yeah. So there was no way
enemy remaining.
whatsoever that Spike was going to get defused.
No, there's no time.
Clutch.
Zero. Yeah,
little
Sub-Zero was at
recognition.
like sub 5 health. Suili, get the exit frag. Go for it. They're just standing there.
Last round in the half.
I'm sorry I encouraged it.
Equip yourself, so money day, fala. Spend
There's
it.
only one round left before halftime, and that would,
I should probably
if they win it, make it 7-5.
Midasi, thanks.
Almost all of those wins would have been pretty recently too. It was a 4-round win streak to start off with the Spiders. Now it's been a lot more even since
Placing
then,
swamp
back and
grenade.
forth. I miss him getting back onto Toucan. Icy follows. Everyone's sort of caught back. It's gonna be a pinch that can now be brought on by I Miss Him.
Careful
and
now.
Rezkin.
Flash.
That's Spike.
Spike down. C.
Spike is dropped.
One
Secrets
enemy
gets
remaining.
one pick. Now there's 4 against
Team
him.
Ace.
Team Ace brought out by Spiders, and that's going to end the half for them in pretty good position. 8-4.
Switching sides.
Wind, show me where to go.
I just have to wonder. Also, I Miss Him is going with the shorty to start things out for this next pistol round, which it's almost like you're expecting. You know, he's expecting that it's going to be a quick angle.
Perhaps we'll have to wait and see. I mean, also, if you think about it, Jet can use Tailwind to get in really fast and lock down an angle where they think someone's going to be and get those 2 shorty shots in them. Whether or not that happens, I don't know.
Knife deployed.
Knife is thrown out into sewers. No one's going to be down there. Sly is hanging out with the sideline. I Miss Him has normally held this sideline. His counterpart Sly on the other end, who doesn't manage to find a headshot.
Flashbang.
Thrown out. The Jet goes charging right in the dark. One headshot to him eliminates him. On a tear right now with the triple. Looking for
One
the
enemy
fourth.
remaining.
Gets it. Possible ace.
Spike down A.
Oh, sees it. Knows where he is. Gets it taken away from him by Secrets.
You ace stealer!
So now the deficit has been dropped down to 3. With the gun advantage here, if everything goes standard, it should only be 2. And then we'll see how well they can do in the bonus. They have a long way to go to tie things up.
We just had Toucan look away at the worst possible second.
Toucan versus
Hey.
I Miss Him in a bit of a staring contest.
One has a Marshall, one has a shorty.
And I Miss Him is just waiting, actually, for someone to come to him. Your jump scare moment.
Spike
Keep
planted.
holding that angle. No. Oh boy. Okay.
It works.
Well, now you should be aware that they are there.
Tries to go forward with the gun. He's gonna find it, still stuck on the shorty. Oh,
got
gets
the
the bulldog.
bulldog.
Okay.
What?
off of time.
There was a lineup between that
Ooh, there's
Astra.
barely enough
pool.
time. Oh, does he know he's sticking? No, he doesn't. That's a win for the Mammoths.
We have 3 people survive, 2 with Bulldog, 1 with a Marshall. I think we're still going to be half bonusing this round. Probably not buying full shields. Spiders should have the opportunity to buy full shields now.
I should play some Astral Stars in this reality.
Nope. One of them's
Spike
not
is
even.
here.
Not only do they not have full shields, they don't have an AR as well. Still on the Spectre.
Yeah, actually, okay, that's fine. Mammoths are bonusing right now. Spiders, not so much. It's do or die at this moment. Not really die. I mean, they're in the lead by 2, but this could start the snowball effect. You know, the avalanche that starts.
Got one.
Not if they play like that.
It's 2 down for the Spiders. Yikes.
It'd be 3 rounds, 1 in a row for the Mammoths. I see slowly moving through lobby. Nope, not even going to check lobby. Move back over to courtyard to back up Sub-Zero. Recon dart taken out pretty fast. No pings off of it. Sub-Zero takes out Moonkeeper. They smoke off mid.
Toaster.
Icy keeps an eye on their flank.
Suppress it.
Shuts down Sly.
Okay, 1 peek's left,
30
1 peek's
seconds
right.
left.
Close enough. It's fine. There was no one there anyway, but you did it. Practice makes perfect. Good
Careful
job.
now.
Spike planted.
Man with the Marshall. Just gets a headshot there. And a bit of pressure from Garage. It's going to take him out. Secrets is left. Gunfire exchange.
1
Nine
enemy
just
remaining.
being led away by the Spiders. They still have the Killjoy, so there's all that post plant. They take out
Get in
one
the
of
way.
the swarm grenades.
Get in the way.
Just stick it. They get the
Last
swarm
player
grenade out.
standing.
Gets Dark with it and clutches off of it. What a play!
Neb, that was huge.
That is peak why you have a Killjoy. Oh, he's trying to get it. He sees the wind up, but he's too late in trying to shoot it. And Dark was so low on health. Oh, that was so close. Some celebratory spins with the RGB blade. And also those 2 eliminations are going to get that lockdown charged up again for the Spiders.
Oh, I was the smoke. I was like, what just... Was that a rat under literal rats?
Placing swarm grenade.
What is this new ability? This broken new ability here.
Distraction.
Yeah.
Decoy, it's called rats.
All right, Spike goes down on C. That's been where the Spiders have been planting for the last few rounds. I miss him holding down the angle on window. Throughout the outrun first, that gets taken out. Back around level. Gets a few shots on the keeper.
Yikes!
Icy double.
There.
Oh,
That's just a bait.
come on. You got 3 alive. Just go for it. Aw.
1 enemy remaining.
He gets the guy. They should hear the audio cue. That gets the Spiders.
Everyone can back away without dying, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank goodness.
We had one round out of all of these.
We've had 1 round this game and 1 round in the previous game. No more. No more literal the Valorant recreation of mistakes were made from Modern Warfare. If you don't know what that is, it's when your own equipment kills you. Specifically grenades. Then is this white lettering of mistakes were made is what's seen on the right-hand side for the kill feed, and that's how you know one of your teammates killed themselves with their own util.
Always unfortunate. You hate to see it.
It made me laugh every time.
Change things up just a little bit, moving on to Haven.
Joke's over.
Everyone
You're
is
dead.
focused on Haven. That makes it very hard to win to this log. With skill trivia coming back as well, extended by Spiders.
Defender KJ ult. Mammoth pick up 3, Sub-Zero picks up 2, and detains, and gets detained. Oh no. Just stay in the corner. The Remnant is hunting right now. Stay in the corner.
One suppressed.
Okay, he gets out of it. Color me surprised.
One enemy remaining.
And Secrets is surprised because Sunny Lee out from the side, 11-6 now.
Wait, Sunny Lee, was that a Calcifer spray? I need to see the post-round spray from Sunny again. This is just tragic. This is, oh.
I got enough time to go into the Astral Foam.
Yeah, here we are. We're gonna see it again. Maybe not see the spray because I think we're just gonna barely see the kill and then. Oh no! Okay, we do see it.
I think it was a Calcifer spray. It looked kind of like it.
It was a campfire.
It had eyes though.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
to me, that's Calcifer.
if it's
If
if it's a spray, it probably has eyes on it. Let's be real here. There's a lot of inanimate objects
Very
that they
true.
make sprays out of.
In case no one knows, Billy Crystal plays Calcifer in Howl's Moving Castle. It is a very iconic animated film that is very close to my heart. Have you never seen it?
No, I haven't. I'm sorry.
AMC theaters, almost every summer,
Let's fly.
show Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, and sometimes PP's Delivery Service. Exactly. As our production just said, it's Ghibli Fest.
Get
I'm
out
not
of my
much of
way.
a movies person, to be honest. Just in general. But it seems like C is the main choice for Spiders.
I
Spike
mean,
planted.
they get this round, they just need one more. Mammoth's gotta
Oh,
win.
oh!
Oh no! I miss him. Yeah, you missed Moonkeeper completely, and I think that was all of your knives, wasn't it?
There's, yeah. MS now have their knives. Now he's used all his knives. He has 40.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that was
Last
very
player
tragic.
standing.
Oh my gosh.
That couldn't have gone worse.
One down.
Zero trying to hold things in there. And that's gonna do it. Mammoth could be the start of a huge comeback.
He missed all of his knives at like 5 meter range.
He was just spamming those things, hoping one
Feather
landed.
it. Feather it. Come on, people. Please. You can, you know, on that one, I miss him. We'll just say your cat jumped on your lap. It's all good. It happens. And you hit your fire button for like 3 seconds straight at the same time.
The knives were a-flying, but nothing hit.
I am the hunter!
Ice Fury is going to be brought out. Start things off by the Mammoth. Dash in is stopped by Moonkeeper.
Enemy down.
Headshot by
Ooh.
Moonkeeper gets double.
Backing up through the hot hands.
Spikes down.
Spike does go down with Spiders.
And lockdown?
You should run.
Lockdown from the other side. Okay, lockdown's down. Is Sly going to take their... Worth.
Flash.
Totally worth
Flash
it.
is out.
Come on.
Kill.
Totally worth it. This is an opportunity for the Mammoths to
Last
swing this
player
in their
standing.
favor. Toucan starts to defuse.
Oh,
Doesn't stick it.
Oh.
Remaining.
Sunny Lee comes in, gets the 4-piece. Can they find the 5th?
Got to target it. Concealment.
Oh, and can do a few post-plant shenanigans with those stars.
Come on. Come on.
And
Ace
enough
number
time and
2
an
of
ace.
the day goes to Sunny Lee. And
Oh,
they make it out
just barely
alive.
Match
escapes.
point.
Proud of you. Good job. Good noodle star.
Now I have seen that.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
I might not have seen.
Good.
I
One
not-
second, peeps.
Might
I
not have
gotta
seen Moving
visit the
Castle,
Astral
but
to play
I
some
did see
stars.
the episode with the good movie star.
I'm glad. That was making me happy.
Not often. Sometimes we go a whole broadcast without seeing a single ace, but there have been 2 so far today. Now, of course, you know, when your opponents are just lining up for you,
Yeah,
then
caveat
that's a
is-
little easier to get.
Cover going
Was it
out.
an earned ace? We'll say 50-50 on Kinetic's ace.
Nailed him.
This opens up with a double and puts the Spiders on the precipice of victory. Could be just an early B plan or just taking them all out.
One enemy remaining.
1 versus 3. Molly placed down. Well, okay.
Spike planted.
Yeah, that's not necessarily what you want to do. Yeah, person advantage.
Command Null's gonna get dropped. That is going to get most of KJ's stuff on site taken care of. We're gonna use Molly's to try and
Nice,
clear up
throwing
those.
everything
I mean, really trying to get in here and get the engage, but now it's a waiting game. Who's gonna peek first? Is it gonna be Suni Lee? Is it gonna be Sub? And instead, it's gonna be Suni Lee getting
Attackers
Sly,
win.
and the Spiders are gonna walk away to 13-7 victory.
That'll wrap things up for today. And remember, going at it alone can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. Esports Tower really takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates. Shout out to all the coaches, and for those of you watching who haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs, you should. It's the fast track to rank up. Well, we're a little bit short on time, so I'm going to give you just quick one guess for player of the game.
Kinetic.
Kinetic.
Except I just heard a huge I'm sorry, guys, so I know I'm going to be wrong no matter what I say.
Okay, cool. Well, you would think you have a 1 in, 10 chance.
You know, if it were up to me, it'd be Wingman.
Wingman. Okay. I
Wingman
can see
is my player of the game. I don't care what production says. I don't care what the viewership says in this instance. I'm totally kidding. I love you guys. But Wingman, you are the player of the game in my heart.
What play, though, did
Every
Wingman
time he
actually
walked
make?
in and flashed the entire gosh darn team when Monkey Mode was attacking, nobody died, but Wingman did his job. He got the flash.
Of course. Well, Monkey Mode died behind him.
Still.
Okay.
His job was not to protect. His job was not to plant. His job was to flash.
You can see here, I think.
It's probably Tracker.
It's Tracker. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
not
Tracker was
shocked.
the one. Yep.
Holding these angles. Tracker also, side note, checked angles.
That
Did
is
not let
true.
this happen to themselves.
Earned player of the game just in that fact alone.
Yep. So you know what? I understand the pick production. Wingman is still my player of the game in my heart.
Congratulations to Tracker. He is the player of the game, brought to you by Esports Tower. If you want to hone your skills and prove you have what it takes to play at the next level, then head over to esportstower.com and sign up to be a part of the action. Tracker is Esports Tower player of the game. So that'll do it for today in this Valorant Rumble. I would normally say final thoughts, but I think the picture here can just say what
Yeah.
we've been saying all day. So anyway, congratulations to all of our teams for a fantastic night of Valorant. The Lynx took down the Vipers to claim the championship this week. Spiders also had a very impressive performance in the show match against the Mammoths. You'll make sure to want to join us next Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for another Esports Tower Rumble. We'll leave you with the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by Esports Tower. If you want to improve your game and you take your skills to the next level, then go to esportstower.com. Sign-ups are now available in the Esports Tower League, and join the free starter club for Rocket League to start improving your skills now. Head on over to esportstower.com. That'll do it for us tonight. We hope you enjoy your top 5 plays of the game, and we'll see you next time.
A peaks first between KO and Gecko right now. Oh, never mind. Kinetic might get some action.
And he's just waiting right behind the door as a little hello high, and that's why it's on to the strat orbital strike. There it is. That's just gonna go out. That is a fish.
It looks like Stingray slash like Okay, so if any of you watched Kadia, pulls out the ball band, hats off. Kinetic picks up behind this team.
And that's Padilla. Thrifty ultimately for the Vipers.
One enemy
Tracker
remaining.
is
Last
Kinetic,
player
1-1. They picked up the Vandal, so they should be even, and pulls off an ace.
Kinetic with the first ace of the
Come
game.
out, he's
Let's
got it
go.
pulled out.
Let's go, the fish might come out. I think they're like armored fish is what they look like to me.
But he hasn't used it yet. He's being, okay, there it is.
The Thrasher doesn't even check the ankle! Are you heckin' kidding me?
Last player
Well,
Spike
Guard
down mid.
gets one onto Happy. Vipers are up 1. You can see it. Tracker's just taking you out from behind, and now you're not even on the court. And the angles, they didn't do it again!